Hey guys, what is up? This is Matthew Davis, me once again. Welcome back to another movie review, aka After I Saw This Time, and it's going to be on Abigail. This comes to us from the directors of Scream 5 and 6 and Ready or Not. Such a fun movie. That's by far my favorite movie of theirs. And this sort of has some similarities to that. I knew just by looking at the trailer that this would have some similarities to that, so yeah, it would make sense why it would be from the directors of Ready or Not. Now, this movie follows a group of bandits. No, not those bandits, but yeah, that would be kind of funny to see. But now, we follow a group of criminals who kidnap a little girl and in hopes of, getting money back for babysitting this little girl for 24 hours so they can convince her father to give them money. But that's not entirely the plan, as things change when Abigail isn't who she seems to be. This innocent little ballerina girl is no ordinary person. No, she is a vampire, and she is on the loose, and they have to try to survive and defeat Abigail so they can be free. But of course, a lot of them aren't going to make it out alive because, well, it's a horror film involving a vampire, and you know exactly what to expect. And it gave me exactly what I expected. I expected a fun vampire film filled with bloody imagery and violence, and yeah, if that's what you expected, you're definitely going to get that. And it's one of the most fun that I've had in terms of vampire movies in a really long time. This movie is very straightforward. It doesn't do anything to take itself extremely deep. It doesn't really have any massive meaning behind it. It's entertaining, and that's all that it really needs to be. And even though the characters, you don't really care who really gets killed off, except for maybe the main lead, the characters I actually found very entertaining. I mean, what I find interesting is that they can't use their real names, so they use fake names, and they can't show their identity to this vampire girl, though they do throughout the majority of the film. But that, and yeah, they can't tell any backstories to their characters. So yeah, it's not really focusing on character development because you don't really care for that. Like, I didn't really expect any massive amounts of character development, but I honestly found the characters entertaining. Like, there's a lot of comedic moments between the characters, and I thought they were very, honestly, some of the dialogue is very funny. I mean, they use F-bombs like every 30 seconds or so, and sometimes that isn't entirely necessary, but right here, I feel like it works very well, showing that the movie doesn't entirely take itself too seriously, because, the fact that this little girl is both a vampire and a ballerina, it just makes it all the more entertaining. Kind of reminds me a bit of Megan, except Megan is a robot doll, but it's just a dance, pretty much. Like, a lot of the time, she dances while she tries to kill people, and I found that, it's something that you would expect for, a ballerina vampire. Though one thing I will mention, because we all knew that she was a vampire, that actually isn't revealed until much later into the film. So I feel like it would have made it a bit more interesting if we didn't fully know about it in the trailer, because the trailer reveals her to be a vampire, and the fact that the characters don't really know that until much later on, I wouldn't say it hurts the movie. I would just say it would have made it a bit more interesting had it been kept secret. That way, well, I mean, it's best if you don't watch the trailer, but hey, I already revealed that she's a vampire, so other people might say, this one person isn't who she seems to be. She's actually a lot more different. But still, that would have been so cool to just hide the fact that she's a vampire. It's not. It doesn't ruin the movie. I just found it to be a little bit underwhelming to know that we as the audience who've seen the trailer know that she's a vampire. But yeah. I could say that's probably my biggest issue, as while the characters, like I mentioned before, aren't well developed, I do not really care about that. I still thought they were entertaining, also very well acted. The little girl portraying Abigail in the movie is really good. She goes from seeming innocent to just flat out terrifying. It just works so well. You also got Katherine Newton, who was in Lisa Frankenstein, which I surprisingly really enjoyed. It's great to see her in something else just a couple months later. So yeah, I don't really have a whole lot to say about this film. It's pretty much giving what, vampire movie fans come to expect. A little girl going on a rampage and these people trying to hunt down this vampire, and the movie never shies away from blood, though the pacing is a bit slow at first, but it does a really good job at trying to build up to that. Though I just wish they, didn't show all the, mentionings of the vampire stuff in the trailer. I feel like the way that the movie like handles, portraying Abigail and this, making her flat out, coming out as a vampire. It was just really entertaining. I feel like these guys know exactly what they're trying to do, and not trying to make it feel too much like Ready or Not, because oftentimes it does kind of feel that way. But it's Ready or Not, but with a vampire. And I can definitely say they have a really great trademark here. I just hope that next time they do something that won't feel a bit similar to, this and that movie. But hey, I could still say I had myself a bloody good time with this one. It has entertaining characters, underdeveloped, but still very entertaining. It never goes too serious. It honestly has a little bit of heart to it. Not too much, because a lot of people aren't super nice in the movie, but I didn't really expect that. But hey, there are moments that do have a bit of emotion to them. Not too much, because we came here for blood and all that. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. And I mentioned that, it was a rocky start for horror movies in the beginning of the year, but I feel like with Late Night with the Devil, First Omen, and now this movie, I think we're finally getting a lineup of good horror movies to come out this year. All we need is a few good horror films from A24, and we're all set for a good horror movie of the year list. But hey, we're not even halfway through the year yet, so there's more to come. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I'm really looking forward to seeing the new Spy Family movie. I'm seeing that next, and I might see that new Guy Ritchie movie. I don't know. It's a long title. I keep forgetting the ministry, like ministry. Well, whatever. Someone's gonna comment it down, but I can always look it up. So yeah. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Word out.